Let's run the fucking ball. Why didn't you just take a fucking knee?
Says up on Pornhub. Sorry for your weird masturbation session.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sideline Study Minicast. My name is Coop. I'm here to give you the news for September 11th, 2020. That's right. The football season is back, ladies and gentlemen. Last night, we actually had a football game. It's been a crazy year. And I know a lot of you really look forward to yesterday, including myself. So first of all, I want to thank everybody who's tuning into the Sideline Study Minicast as we've decided to bring it back. I personally wanted to do this for this season because I like putting out NFL news out to you guys. But before we do anything, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys would like to support the show, please make sure to check out the Cold Bone Show's YouTube channel on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That is when you can check out the Sideline Study. And make sure you go there and give your weekly picks to us, because the top 3 in picks at the end of the season are going to get prizes. So make sure you go over to the Cold Bone Show's channel right now. Go find that recent video. Write down all your picks. Send them to us. We want to make sure we get as many people possible as part of this prize competition. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. So make sure you go subscribe. It's on every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can also purchase a Sideline Study merch when it comes to a t-shirt, when it comes to a sweater, when it comes to a tote bag, when it comes to a mug. You can get merch at www.teespring.com/sideline-study. Remember, put the dash in between the sideline and study. If you would like to show me support, but by any means, I would love your guys' support. You can do so by becoming a Patreon member today at patreon.com/CoopTheComedian. And you can also purchase one of my t-shirts available at my store at belowthecollar.com/CoopTheComedian. Those are ways that if you guys want to support me, you guys are more than welcome to. Without further ado, let's get into the NFL news. Last night, we had the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, at home taking on one of the most anticipated rivals from last year, the Houston Texans. Now, I'd like to give my thoughts right away on just the beginning of the game, because it was very important that the players showed some kind of unity, that they want change to happen. And at the beginning of the game, when the national anthem happened, everything like that, all the players they linked arms, and from side to side they all just, from coaches to players, they all just stood by and just linked as a sign of unity, kind of thing. And there are fucking fans out there that decide to think it's okay to fucking boo. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people these days, man. I don't understand. These players are trying to show something and make a difference, and the fucking Kansas City fans out there are booing? Are you fucking for real, people? Jesus Christ. I know my co-host is probably not happy with what I'm saying, because he's probably on a different side, because a lot of people just want to watch football and they just want to get away from this stuff. Well, unfortunately, this stuff has reached a limit. You know? Just like every person out there, there's a limit that people can take. And they decided that they have to do something. They want to make change. So I fully support the players, the coaches, the teams, anything that is trying to make a difference when it comes to changing the world, when it comes to making it a better place. So to those fans out there that are fucking booing this shit, go fuck yourselves and put your head down a fucking, like an ostrich, and put your head down a fucking sand hole or something like that. So I just wanted to get that off my chest because that just really pissed me off yesterday. As soon as I heard booing, I'm like, what the fuck are they booing for? Now, some people are saying that some people were booing because they didn't know what the hell was going on. They were booing because of the dysfunction or something like that. But this is going to be a year where everything is going to be about change, you know? Everything is about change. People have to change the way they live. You know, people have to change the way they play. It's this year. It's about change. So, I am fully behind the players 100% when it comes to making a change. All right, let's get into this game, shall we? So the final score from yesterday came down 34-20 was the final score. Kansas City gets the first win of the season over the Houston Texans. Right away, I can tell you right now, Houston Texans without DeAndre Hopkins suck. They are nothing like the team. Will Fuller had like 10 targets, and he got like over 100 yards or something like that. He's not DeAndre Hopkins. This is a totally different team now without that guy. Yeah, we saw bursts from David Johnson. Saw a little bursts. And apparently both the running backs for Houston got hurt a little bit or banged up a little bit. David Johnson's wrist, I think, was a little bit banged up. Something was wrong with Duke Johnson's I think ankle or something like that. So they were a little bit banged up there. But you could tell that this team, without DeAndre Hopkins, is not the same. Now, for the Kansas City Chiefs, they only just got better. This new kid that they just brought in, the running back, holy jeez. Let's check out the stats, shall we? Let's check out. So this was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This was his debut. He had 25 carries for 138 yards, averaging 5.5 yards carry for one touchdown. There was a couple of times that he almost did get another touchdown or two, but they were just miscommunication or something like that. 25 carries for 138 yards. They're going to be going to this guy a lot this year. I have him on my fantasy team. I'm glad I got him. Patrick Mahomes went 24 for 32 in completion attempts, 211 yards for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions to start the year off. What a nice start for him. Receiving yards, Sammy Watkins led the team in receptions, 7 yards for 82 yards and a touchdown with 9 targets actually. Travis Kelce was behind him with six receptions for 6 targets, caught all 6, I guess. 50 yards and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill shortly behind him with 5 receptions for 46 yards and a touchdown as well. So you could tell that the passing game is still there. They still get the touchdowns from the passing game, but now they have Clyde Edwards-Helaire now to run the ball. It's going to be great. Check out the Texans. Deshaun Watson went 20 for 32 in completion attempts for 253 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Then we go to rushing yards. David Johnson had 11 carries for 77 yards and 1 touchdown, averaging 7 yards a carry. Not bad. But, you know, they were a little bit banged up, so. Deshaun Watson actually was behind him with 6 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown for him as well, running touchdown. Receiving yards, Will Fuller had 10 targets, caught 8 of those for 112 yards, no touchdowns. And then the only person after that was Jordan Atkins that got 2 receptions for 39 yards. So you could tell that they're trying to make Will Fuller the number 1. If you have him on your fantasy team, place him as at least a flex. Because this guy, they're going to be going to him a lot this season. I know they have Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb, they didn't look like they were much of a factor yesterday. You know, Randall Cobb had 2 receptions for 23 yards. Brandon Cooks had 2 receptions for 20 yards. So Will Fuller seems to be the guy that they're going to be looking for down the road. So that's it from yesterday's game. Just any quick thoughts from yesterday's game? Just Texans look completely out of sync without DeAndre Hopkins there. You know, now we're probably going to expect a lot of double teams on Will Fuller. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they don't have to. Maybe they just do one-on-one coverage with Will Fuller. But the main thing for Will Fuller is he has to stay healthy. That's the main thing for him. Some other news that's been going around. Stephon Gilmore gets a $5 million raise from the Patriots. Stephon Gilmore, he's always one of the most well-known defensemen in the league. Any other news? Bucs wide receiver Evans, a likely game time decision for the Saints. So Mike Evans has been dealing with a hamstring injury. It's been happening a lot with Denzel Mims as well for the New York Jets, is dealing with a hamstring injury. It doesn't look like Denzel Mims is going to be ready to go for the Jets. So that's going to minus a target for Sam Darnold. But for the Bucs wide receiver Evans, he's been dealing with a hamstring injury, and from what the reports are saying, there's been a lot of hamstring injuries because they're just not into. They haven't done as much work in the off season as they would have done. So that might be a factor with all the hamstring injuries going on. Kevin Stefanski announced he will call plays for Browns. All right, well, good luck with that because you're against the friggin' Baltimore Ravens. I know my friend Oob is probably listening in if he wants. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. I don't think they're going to beat the Ravens, bud. I just don't. Andy Reid on fogged up face shield. That was brutal. I see when you got rain and when you got rain coming down, and it was actually pretty chilly, so obviously the face mask was going to get fogged up there. Everybody was making jokes. It looked like Darth Vader if he took off his mask. It was great. But anyways, so there you guys have it. We are back with the Sideline Study minicast, everybody. Make sure that you tune in almost every day. We're going to try and get the news out to you guys. And guys and girls, that's a Canadian thing if I just say that. So make sure everybody tunes in, and thanks for joining in, and see you next time for the Sideline Study minicast.